Over the weekend, Monique would revisit her controversial opinion against women wearing bonnets out in public. In a video posted, released on Instagram, the Queen of Comedy apologized to anyone that took offense when she told women to stop wearing their bonnets outside of the house. Monique made this request back in June of 2021 because she doesn't consider it a good representation of ourselves. Her comments sparked a huge debate among many women, with many choosing opposite sides. In the newly released video, Monique realized that most women aren't wearing bonnets in public, but instead they're actually wearing shower caps. Monique would end the video by apologizing once again for confusing bonnets and shower caps and asked her followers to stop wearing the latter out in public. Monique's opinion makes us wonder if we should even care to compare ourselves to white society standards. Today we have our comedy hype analyst, Pierre, calling to the show to give his thoughts and reactions. But first, let's take a look at these clips.
So I had to come on here this morning because something happened this morning and I want to share it with y'all, right? And while I was in the shower, getting myself together, the little voice came to me and said, "You owe the community an apology." And I said, "For what?" "Because you told the community to stop wearing their bonnets out in the street. And if I call something wrong, I want to be the first one to say, I called it wrong and I apologize." Because what came to me this morning is, they're not bonnets. They goddamn shower caps. Now, when I watch Little House on the Prairie, Laura Ingraham and her mama and her sister and the real mean girl, they wore bonnets. I love y'all for real, my sweet babies. And I hope y'all stop with them SCs, shower caps. I love y'all, my babies. It took me a minute to say what I'm getting ready to say because I want to make sure I'm not saying it in judgment. Yesterday, I was in the airport in Atlanta because I'm in Jackson, Mississippi now at Chuckles Comedy Club, right? But I saw so many of our young sisters in head bonnets, scarves, pajamas, blankets wrapped around them, and this is how they're showing up to the airport. I've been seeing it, not just at the airport, I've been seeing it at the store, at the mall. And the question that I'm having to you, my sweet babies, when did we lose pride in representing ourselves? And I'm not saying no full face of makeup, I'm not saying no full front lace frontal. All I'm saying is, could you please comb your hair? They got enough shit out here now, baby, where you can style yourself up and look like you have pride. I'm not saying you don't have pride, but the representation that you're showing, someone would have to ask you to know that you had it.
Now, Pierre, you're holding down the fort today. A couple layers here. Let's go with Monique's most recent clip. What's your reaction when you saw that clip surface?
She's falling into them waters of Bill Cosby, as telling the youngsters what to wear, how to rock it. And you see how it didn't work out for Bill Cosby. I understand what she's trying to, point she's getting across. I don't know if her history of what she's talked about with people, validates for her to speak like that. To me, I remember she had things about she hated skinny girls, and them skinny bitches and stuff like that. It's always funny about that when the big girls talk about skinny women, ha ha ha. But let a skinny woman talk about a big girl. So, oh my God, it's the problem now. We having a problem. It's just like, it's hard for me to talk about ugly men. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of ugly dudes out here, but I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't do them jokes. Because you're like, oh, look at you all handsome and shit. You're going to talk about ugly dudes. You know what I mean? It's what it is. So I understand the double standards when it comes to that. But but I would say she's treading in the Bill Cosby waters, telling her how to act and how to bring things. So, and she's doubling down. Well, she's not doubling down. She's pulling a little sliver back from what she said before, because she's still talking about blankets, slippers, and pajamas. Are those okay to wear? I mean, are those still bad? If you're just pulling one part away, which is she's saying bonnet and what is it? What's it called?
The
shower
cap.
Come on, okay. So you take that out, the shower cap, so I can wear a bonnet and rock the blanket and the slippers and the pajamas. What are we saying here?
Yeah, and I found it funny just watching, that first clip again, to see her on the internet in a robe delivering the message. Sometimes we lose the idea of, even when you come on the internet, that's the same as you stepping outside of your house because you're reaching multiple people. But you bring up a great point. Bill Cosby also went through that same thing. We saw Bill Cosby, create shows to show, Black people in a different light. Monique, back in 2021, that's when she made her original stance. As you mentioned, she took a stance against skinny women, just trying to big up, bigger women. Do you think she's the right messenger for the messages that she's trying to push? Because some people would argue with Bill, Bill Cosby was telling, guys to pull their pants up and things like that. And he had a show to make people kind of feel like, give them something else to view. But it seems like with Monique, it's just this tug of war with the community where a lot of people are not just, siding with her. Do you think she's the right messenger?
Right. That's the problem. Sometimes it's the messenger, people, she's had a volatile relationship with people in the business. When you start telling people to suck your thing, getting on stage, cussing other people out, other acts, and I ain't done it, F this and screw that and screw that. If you come off like that, and then all of a sudden you say, but listen to me, sweeties, babies, and all that, people don't know how to roll with that. You know what I'm saying? So to say that, I understand what she's doing. Trust me, I understand what Monique's trying to get across. I respect that, but again, it's the messenger. Has she put enough in the bank that make people say, you know what, when you talk, I'm going to listen to you, in a bigger picture because of how you spoke about other people. How do you think Tyler Perry fans feel about her? Lee Daniels fans feel about her? Oprah's fans, DL fans feel about her? And those are some people going to say, I'm going to wear that bonnet, bitch, you, whatever, bonnet, hair, slippers, all that, damn it, just because you ain't who tell me.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But I get what Monique's trying to do, and I understand it, but maybe it's the messenger.
Well, let me read a comment because of course people are reacting to this. One user says, okay, so what I took from this is her recent video. Now it's okay to wear bonnets because the whites wore them on Little House on the Prairie. Come on now, Momo. People care too much about what's not getting them paid. I'm just saying. Let me come to, Pierre, you're the only one here.
You're coming to me all day, okay? I'm the only one here, okay? Okay, it's my white side. I'm on time, okay? It's my white side, okay?
But let me ask, I think there's a couple questions in that. First, do you think we should even care to compare ourselves to white society standards? Because it seems she, came back online because she was watching A House on the Prairie and noticed, oh, they have on bonnets. That's okay. But let me come back to my community and tell them, shower caps are not okay. Do you think we should care to compare ourselves to white society standards?
We shouldn't care, but I wish we cared more to respect and support each other in businesses. Because what we're talking about, we don't care if we say, well, we can do what we want to, and we're feeling about white folks feeling certain ways about us. That's because economically and all, they look at us different ways. But if we support each other more, we wouldn't care. We wouldn't need white folks as much. That's the problem, that we still sucking on the tit of the white person and stuff, and we need stuff from a white man. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, you might want to not wear a bonnet. You might want to look a little different in public. But if you are supporting your own and keep containing your own stores and restaurants and feeding and stuff, then what doesn't matter? I don't need white people's money. I don't need that. But if you do need that, you're chasing that, then take the bonnet off and take them slippers off and take them blankets off and them pajamas off in public if you want, have a better image for the white man to care and look at us as if we're worried about. But if you're not, then cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you feel like a lot of people just feel like she's like singling out Black women like in this, where it's just because obviously we're not the only ones that wear shower caps and hair bonnets.
Right.
Like
but she is.
Yeah.
But she is, and I have no problem with that. I don't have a problem. You got to clean your house first, okay, before you go out and clean everyone else's house. You can't be like, well, they doing it. Anybody listen to this right there, tell your mom if your room is dirty and your mom says, clean your room. My friend Joey, his room would be dirty all the time, so I shouldn't clean mine. Your mom said, I don't give a damn. It's this house we got to clean. So I understand what Monique says, to clean our house. So yeah, she is singling out Black people, Black women, because she knows what the outside looks at us, how they perceive Black women sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, of course she's singling out Black people, Black women. Sure.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more. One more question for you before we close out. I get the whole, I completely get the whole bonnet thing. The way I was raised, my mom always told me, the way that I come out in public, the way that I present myself is a representation of her and my family and things like that. So sure. I get the thought process behind it. But what's the real issue, or is this even an issue to really be concerned about where, it's going to make a change in our community? Because, for me, it's like, I think there are bigger fish to fry. I think this is something we can handle in-house, but there are just so many things. Like, is this a big issue? And do you think even wearing a bonnet out in public truly hurts us as a community?
I don't think so. Because look at how we have changed things from even when I was a young kid. people wearing tattoos at good jobs, tattoos on the neck, working at the bank, twisted hairs, had their Kodak black, big ass things. They working in regular restaurants and stores, and we're accepting those things. So a lot of stuff that we are doing that we're accepting, and people are doing good jobs at it because you have your hair and kinks, whatever you want to call it. Don't mean you can't serve me correctly, or you have a tattoo on your neck. It doesn't mean you can't do, banking, be my banker or whatever. So things are, we are the same. We're taking our image of what we like to do, and we're shoving it down America's throats and saying, hey, we can look like this, and we're gonna, rock out and do the right thing properly. So, somebody traveling on a plane or whatever with a bonnet. Okay, so if a white woman says, "Oh my God, you have a bonnet, bitch. What up, and what you gonna do? Well, what we doing here? I have it. What? Okay." For the ones that the Negro Saxons who are watching it, they're gonna say, "Well, they're not gonna hire you. They're not." Back to what I said. If you support your own in your own community, which I do, go to my own black, stores, restaurant. I support all that. Cleaners to get my shit fixed. If we do more of that, then we ain't got to worry about what the white man thinks of us.
So one more question, Pierre. I guess this will probably be for your white side and your black side. If I came to work like this, you gonna take me serious?
Well, girl, I'll take you serious anyway. I look better. In fact, you look better now. Shit. You're finally okay. Now I'm like holla, 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 holla. What up, Symphony? Okay, I know you got a little swag in you. You got a little swag. I like hood rats. Okay, I like hood rats. All you gotta do is show hood rats something shiny, huh?
All jokes and giggles, I'm kidding. But no, I appreciate you taking this topic, on your own. As you said, I do think it is important, seriously, that we do focus on supporting people, within the Black community. The dollar only stays in our community for 6 hours. And I think this is really a time for us to not look at, and I don't even want to use the word support, because I feel like you use the word support for charity. We really need to patronize and show up for our businesses. I think it's just plain and simple. Our dollar should definitely stay in our community a lot longer, being that we're one of the #1 consumers in America. So yeah, I'm with you there.
And also believe we need not to be as hard on each other as soft as we are on white folks. We let white folks get away with a lot more stuff than we do ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We almost break our backs. You know what I'm saying? We come out, sometimes we're very, I don't know what you call it, visceral to each other. Even here, if you have an opinion you don't like of somebody, he got to be a clown, a bitch ass nigga, whack ass motherfucker. This is an opinion. Now you're going to throw names like that? Yeah, I got to throw names to show you I don't like you. Instead of saying, I just disagree with it. We're much harder on ourselves than we do on the white man. Trust me, I'm around the white man sometimes, and I see how we tap dance around when we're around white people, okay? I don't tap dance, okay? But I see how Black folks get a little nervous when they get around the white man. But, I got the white man in my family, so I don't need to tap dance. I know better. Their farts stick just like yours, brother.
Oh my gosh. Well, no, I think you laid out some facts there. As always, Pierre, I appreciate you adding some fun and some facts to the conversation. And I think that's definitely one of these. Now, before we head out, of course, I'm going to close out what you have going on and how people can follow you. So, Mr. Pierre, take it away.
There you go. Comic Pierre. If you don't know how to spell comic, don't follow me. He ain't here now. Well, yeah, he gone. I got this right here now. But if you got a big show, I'm excited about June 7th. Tickets are selling well. I'm trying to sell it out. June 7th in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Comedy Zone for Wednesday. Come out and support, bro. And holler at me. Let me know you see me on this show. You know what I'm saying? So we take some pictures. So June 7th, Wednesday at the Charlotte Comedy Zone. I'll be in the place to be. It's the next show I'm going to be at. So I'll be promoting it. So come on out and support and show me some love. And let's take some pictures. I love my fans.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure to tell my sister to come. She just moved out there. So I'll make sure to tell her. All right. Well, I think this is a perfect opportunity since Capone's not here today. I can plug me.
There you go.
Make sure you check out Black Friday Report, where we actually go to visit and review local Black-owned businesses. There's also businesses that you can visit online, or you can just go to the website at www.theblackfridayreport.com. It has all the information that you need on there, and you can follow me on Instagram at Symphony Thompson. If you don't know how to spell symphony,
no, many don't. Don't say that. Don't say that.
I know you're right.
Look at that. Don't say that.
Look it up. It's just like the orchestra.
Okay. Don't do that.
No, but seriously, I appreciate you again, Pierre. And I know Capone couldn't be with us today, but I think you held it down for sure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, but you heard from us. Now we want it from you in the comments below. What are your thoughts about Monique being called out again for angering Black women on appearance? For Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.
Put it in the comments. Oh my
Oh,
God. Okay.
I'm
There
gonna
it
take.
is. Look,
And they got a set in
Jackson,
line.
Poetic Justice. All
And they
right.
got set in. Yeah.
Okay. We got Janet Jackson, Poetic Justice up in here. I'll be a Tupac.
Culture sounds like black hands, coating your face in Vaseline like, boy, take those off and put on your good jeans, like put on your good shoes. And the riches in our genetics are not something that we get to choose. But when they stop you and they ask, what has the ability to create all of that? I hope you tell them. It's because my mama black.